Don't accept defeat. Don't accept excuses.
What are you doing to feed your hunger? What are you doing to feed the fact that you feel like you're starving?
But I wasn't willing to grow. I wasn't willing. I didn't have the willingness to do everything that was required. And therefore, it kicked my butt.
Don't accept the fact that you think that you don't have what it takes when you know deep inside yourself you have it. But you got to have the faith in yourself. You got to believe and you got to stand on it. And you got to know that you can do this. So let them hate on you. Just remember, the hate that you feel that you are getting, these are the same ones that admire you more. Don't let the naysayers tell you it's okay to quit. Don't let the naysayers tell you that you're done. Don't let the naysayers say that you're not the person or the right fit to carry the torch. I will tell you this.
Because the more you want something, the lack of it makes you more and more hungry. For example, if I were really hungry and I needed some food, it's one thing to want it. It's another thing, when that food's right in front of me and I'm not allowed to eat it, I become hungrier. So the closer you bring what you want to you increases its hunger level. The more repetitious it is, the more you think about it, the more you bring it into your thoughts over and over and over again, the hungrier you get. That's why repetitive thought about what you want is so critical. So evaluate that. Am I as hungry as I could be? Am I as starving as I could be? Do I want it so bad I'm desperate for it? Do I want it like that person who has to get to their child or their loved one? Or would I just like it? Would I hope for it? Because as long as you're one of those people, see, in a fight, you show me two people. This is why it's so hard to repeat as a champion in the fighting game.
My journey in my life, I was that person. I was that individual that believed what everyone else told me that I could not do. Now I'm not telling you to be like me. I'm telling you to be yourself. I'm telling you to evolve into something greater. Yes, I was that person. I was that individual that cried at night, that was angry, that was afraid. I was so down on myself. I didn't believe I could be where I am today. When you said I couldn't do it, I showed you that it could be done.
Because you show me someone who's up and coming, who's hungry for that title, who's never had it before, who can taste it, who knows if they win that belt, their whole life's gonna change. They're gonna be champion of the world, all the endorsements, all the money, all their family life, all their parents' lives are gonna change. You show me somebody chasing that, hungry for it, against someone who's just trying to hold on to a title. And that's why most of the time the challenger beats the champ. It's hard to repeat as a champion because the hunger goes down just a little bit. The greatest athletes, the Kobe's, the Brady's, the Jordans of sports, have a way of feeding their hunger all the time and increasing it. What separates them isn't just their work ethic, isn't just their talent, although those things matter, isn't just they practice more. What separates them is they're just hungrier. They somehow find a way as they climb up the ranks and win championships to get even hungrier for more, where 99% of the athletes lose just a little bit of their edge once they get that first championship, that first pro contract, that first big amount of money, that first world championship. They just lose their hunger a little bit.
But before I showed you, I had to show it to myself. So today, ladies and gentlemen, you must celebrate your victories, your setbacks, your failures, and to anyone and everyone that doubted you, prove them wrong and stand tall. Be about your business. Be productive in your life. Never quit. Understand that you matter. You have to be responsible for your life and your efforts. You have to be willing to work diligently. You have to be willing to push forward You have to prove them wrong and show the righteousness within yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you this. We will never really truly understand success.
You don't need no education. Harvard ain't in the Bible. It's not in there, man. USC ain't in the Bible. It ain't in there. All them principles of success is. I bet you if you write it down. God's promises don't ever come back void. You know what that means? That means God don't say nothing he don't make true. Now you believe that now. This world gonna end one day. You ain't gotta believe that. Jesus coming back. You ain't gotta believe that. You ain't got to. You can say it ain't no God. You can believe that if you want to. But guess what? Time and tide waits on no man. Ain't nothing you can do about that. The sun come up tomorrow, you can't stop it. It go down in the evening, you can't shut it off. The wind blowing, you don't know where it come from. That's a promise, that's in the Bible. It go down every day. Go up there and stop the wind and see what happened to you.
So you got to be willing to grow. Osborne said, unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. So you've got to decide to grow. See, most people won't try and grow. Now, why wasn't I willing to do that, ladies and gentlemen? Because I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to look stupid. I didn't want to admit the fact that I didn't know something. 85% of people in life allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed. Repeat after me, please. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly. Absolutely. See, if you know how to do something right, well, it only makes sense to do it right. But see, I wasn't willing to be a businessman badly. See, if you want to make it in life, here's how you can begin to make your goal, ladies and gentlemen. Decide to make your life a great experiment.
Go up there and cut that sun off, see what happens. He gonna roast your ass like a nut. Walked in the comedy club, first time in my life, won amateur night, $50. Drove 40 minutes home, cried all the way home. This girl I rode with, she said, why you crying? It ain't but $50. You don't even understand. I'm born. She said, what you mean you born? I said, I know what I'm gonna do the rest of my life. She said, you ain't winning with $50. I said, no, I've been praying my whole life, God, what is it? My life gotta be more than this. I won that comedy competition. I went to work October 9th, the next morning, and quit my job. I'm gonna tell you something. That decision cost me everything I had. I lost everything. I lost my family. I lost friends. I lost everything. I became homeless. I lived in a car for 3 years. But I just saw this, I saw this vision.
See, most people want to experiment, ladies and gentlemen. Most people want to be perfect when they come out the gate. Most people want to do things right all the time. You're not going to do everything right. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to have a lot of failures. You're going to have a lot of struggles. You're going to feel dumb and ask questions and don't know what to do or where to go. And that's part of growing. That's part of the experimentation process. See, life is about living. Life is about growing. Life is about challenging yourself. Life is about stretching. What if you don't make it? So what? I'm enjoying the trip. Hello. Can you tell I'm having a good time? That's what life is about. Say, I want some juice in my life. Say that, please. See, a lot of people going through life and they just say, how you doing, honey? I'm just trying to make it. Give me a break. No, I want some juice in my life. I mean, it's no in-between for me. I don't want any in-between. It says, even if I go out, I saw this movie called Glory. Say, he went down standing up. You better believe it.